Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People isn't just another self-help book, it's a guide to personal and professional effectiveness that focuses on universal principles of human behavior. Published in 1989, this book has stood the test of time because it provides actionable strategies that are rooted in principles such as integrity, fairness, and honesty. These principles are universal and can help you succeed in any aspect of life, whether you're seeking personal growth, building meaningful relationships, or achieving professional excellence. The 7 habits are not quick fixes but transformational tools designed to shift your mindset and behavior. Covey emphasizes the difference between personality and character. While the personality ethic, skills, tricks, or tactics can bring temporary success, the character ethic, principles like humility, courage, and responsibility, leads to long-term effectiveness and fulfillment. Covey divides the habits into 3 distinct parts. 1. Private victory, habits 1 to 3. These habits focus on developing self-mastery and personal independence. They teach you to take charge of your life, set a clear vision, and focus on what truly matters. Point 2. Public victory, habits 4 to 6. Once you've achieved personal independence, the next step is interdependence, learning how to work effectively with others. These habits focus on building strong relationships, fostering collaboration, and achieving mutual success. Point 3. Renewal, habit 7. This final habit emphasizes the importance of continuous growth and self-renewal, ensuring balance across all aspects of your life. Now, let's dive deep into each habit and explore how they can transform your life. Habit 1. Be proactive. The first habit, be proactive, is about taking responsibility for your life. It's the foundation for all the other habits because it empowers you to recognize that you have the power to shape your destiny. Being proactive means that your actions are driven by your values, not your emotions or external circumstances. Key principles of proactivity. 1. Responsibility as a choice. Covey emphasizes the idea that responsibility is the ability to choose your response. While you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you react. Proactive people focus on their responsibility, the ability to respond in ways that align with their values. Point 2. The freedom to choose between every stimulus, what happens to you, and response, how you react. There is a space. In that space lies your power to choose your response. This concept was inspired by Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who found meaning and strength even in the most horrific conditions. Point 3. The circle of influence versus the circle of concern. Covey introduces a powerful metaphor to illustrate the difference between proactive and reactive people. Circle of concern. This includes things you care about but cannot control, such as the economy, weather, or other people's opinions. Reactive people waste their energy here. Circle of influence. This includes things you can directly impact, like your behavior, mindset, and choices. Proactive people focus their energy here, expanding their influence over time. The language of proactivity versus reactivity. Proactive people use empowering language that reflects their sense of responsibility, while reactive people use language that shifts blame or makes them feel powerless. Reactive, there's nothing I can do. Proactive, let's explore what I can do. Reactive, I have to do this. Proactive, I choose to do this. By changing your language, you change your mindset and take control of your life. Practical applications of proactivity. 1. Identify your circle of influence. Write down the challenges you're facing. Then divide them into 2 categories: things you can control, circle of influence, and things you can't, circle of concern. Shift your focus toward actionable steps within your control. Point 2. Pause and choose your response. The next time you face a difficult situation, pause and reflect before reacting. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond in line with my values? What outcome do I want to achieve? 3. Replace reactive language with proactive language. Every time you catch yourself saying, I can't, or I have to, reframe it as I choose to or I prefer not to. This small change has a profound impact on your mindset. Point 4. Start small. Begin with small, proactive actions in your daily life. For instance, instead of complaining about your workload, take proactive steps like organizing your tasks or seeking support. A real-life example of proactivity: imagine two employees in a high-stress job. The first is reactive, constantly complaining about management and blaming others for their frustration. The second is proactive, focusing on what they can do, whether it's improving their skills, communicating effectively with their team, or finding solutions to problems. Over time, the proactive employee earns recognition and grows in their career, while the reactive employee remains stuck. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Habit 2 builds upon the foundation of proactivity by teaching us the importance of having a clear vision for our lives. Covey explains that all things are created twice, first mentally and then physically. Before any action or achievement, there must first be a blueprint or plan. This habit encourages you to consciously define your purpose and values so you can align your actions with the outcomes you desire. Key principles of Habit 21. Mental creation precedes physical creation. Just as an architect creates a blueprint before building a structure, individuals must mentally envision their life goals before taking action. Without this mental clarity, you risk drifting aimlessly through life. Point 2. Begin with your legacy in mind. Covey introduces a powerful exercise: imagine your funeral. Think about what you'd want your family, friends, colleagues, and community to say about you. This exercise helps you focus on what truly matters and how you want to be remembered. It shifts your perspective from short-term achievements to long-term impact. Point 3. The personal mission statement. At the heart of Habit 2 is creating a personal mission statement, a written declaration of your purpose, principles, and values. This document becomes your compass, guiding your decisions and helping you stay true to what matters most. Key insights from Habit 21. Principle-centered living. Covey warns against basing your life on transient things like money, status, or the opinions of others. Instead, he emphasizes living a principle-centered life, grounded in timeless values like integrity, fairness, and service. Point 2. Leadership versus management. Leadership is about setting the right vision, climbing the right ladder. Management is about executing tasks efficiently. Covey explains that many people are good managers but poor leaders. They work hard to climb the ladder of success, only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. Practical steps to apply Habit 21. Write your personal mission statement. Take the time to reflect deeply on your values, goals, and priorities. A mission statement answers questions like, what kind of person do I want to be? What contributions do I want to make? What principles will guide my decisions? Example, to live with integrity and make a positive impact on my family, community, and workplace by continuously learning, showing compassion, and leading with courage. 2. Envision your roles and goals. Covey suggests breaking your life into key roles, such as parent, professional, community member, or friend. For each role, set long-term goals that align with your mission. Point 3. Visualize the outcome daily. Spend time each day visualizing your ideal future. This helps you stay motivated and ensures your daily actions align with your long-term vision. Point 4. Reassess and adapt. Life is dynamic, and your mission statement should evolve as you grow. Periodically review it to ensure it reflects your current values and goals. A real-life example of Habit 2. Consider a young entrepreneur starting a business. Without a clear vision, they might focus solely on profits, sacrificing their health and relationships in the process. However, by beginning with the end in mind, they might define success as building a sustainable business that also allows them to maintain a balanced life and positively impact their community. This clarity shapes their decisions, ensuring their actions align with their ultimate goals. Habit 3. Put first things first. Habit 3 is where mental creation becomes physical creation. It's about prioritizing your time and energy to focus on what truly matters. While habit 1 teaches you to take control of your life and habit 2 encourages you to define your vision, habit 3 is the execution stage. It's where you learn to manage yourself effectively. Key principles of habit 31. The time management matrix. Covey introduces the time management matrix, which divides activities into 4 quadrants based on urgency and importance. Quadrant I, urgent and important, crises, pressing problems. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important, long-term planning, personal growth, relationship building. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important, interruptions, trivial tasks. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important, time-wasting activities, excessive entertainment, highly effective people focus most of their time on quadrant 2, where true progress happens. Point 2. The power of saying no. Covey explains that putting first things first requires you to say no to distractions and lower priority tasks, even if they seem urgent. This ensures you stay focused on your long-term goals. Point 3. Aligning actions with values. Effective self-management means ensuring your daily activities align with your personal mission statement. This requires discipline and consistent reflection. Practical steps to apply habit 31. Identify your quadrant 2 activities. Make a list of tasks that are important but not urgent. These might include exercise, learning new skills, spending time with loved ones, or working on a long-term project. Point 2. Plan weekly, act daily. Covey recommends weekly planning as a way to focus on your key priorities. Each week, set aside time to review your roles and goals, then schedule specific quadrant 2 activities into your calendar. Point 3. Eliminate time-wasting activities. Evaluate how you spend your time and identify tasks in quadrants 3 and 4. Delegate, minimize, or eliminate these activities to free up time for what truly matters. Point 4. Use a weekly organizer. Structure your week based on your priorities, ensuring that your most important tasks get done first. A real-life example of habit 3. Imagine a professional who feels overwhelmed by constant emails and meetings. Quadrants I and 3. By applying habit 3, they start scheduling uninterrupted time for strategic planning and skill development. Quadrant 2. Over time, they become more proactive, reduce crises, and achieve greater balance and effectiveness. Habit 4. Think win-win. Habit 4 shifts the focus from personal success to mutual success. Covey explains that highly effective people cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Thinking win-win means seeking solutions that benefit all parties involved, fostering trust, collaboration, and long-term success in relationships. Key principles of habit 41. The win-win paradigm. Win-win is a mindset that says, I can succeed, and so can you. It rejects the dichotomy of win-lose, where one person benefits at the expense of another, and lose-win, where one person sacrifices their interests to appease others. Win-win fosters mutual benefit and shared success. Point 2. The abundance mentality. At the heart of win-win thinking is the belief that there's enough success, recognition, and opportunity for everyone. This contrasts with the scarcity mentality, where people see life as a zero-sum game. If someone wins, someone else must lose. Point 3. Relationships built on trust and respect. Win-win solutions are only possible when relationships are rooted in trust and mutual respect. Without these, even the best intentions can be misunderstood. Point 4. The emotional bank account. Covey introduces the concept of the emotional bank account, which represents the trust in a relationship. Just like a financial account, you make deposits through kindness, honesty, and keeping commitments, and withdrawals through dishonesty, criticism, or neglect. A healthy emotional bank account makes it easier to resolve conflicts and find win-win solutions. The 5 dimensions of win-win. 1. Character, integrity, maturity, and an abundance mentality are essential to genuinely pursue win-win solutions. Point 2. Relationships. Strong relationships with high trust levels create the foundation for effective collaboration. Point 3. Agreements. Clear, mutual agreements about expectations and responsibilities help avoid misunderstandings. Point 4. Support systems, organizations, and environments must encourage collaboration rather than competition. Point 5. Processes, effective communication, and problem-solving skills are key to crafting win-win solutions. Practical steps to apply habit 41. Adopt an abundance mindset. Recognize that life isn't a zero-sum game. Look for opportunities where everyone can benefit, and resist the urge to compare yourself to others. Point 2. Build trust in your relationships. Make consistent deposits into the emotional bank accounts of those around you. Small acts of kindness, honesty, and reliability go a long way in fostering trust. Point 3. Seek mutual benefits in conflict. When faced with a disagreement, ask yourself, how can we create a solution that benefits both of us? Avoid focusing solely on your own interests. Point 4. Practice empathy. Truly listen to the other person's perspective and validate their feelings. This builds understanding and paves the way for collaboration. Point 5. Write win-win agreements, whether in personal or professional settings. Clearly define the expectations, roles, and outcomes that both parties agree on. A real-life example of habit 4. Imagine two co-workers competing for a promotion. Instead of undermining each other, they collaborate to complete a challenging project. By working together, they both gain recognition, and their teamwork sets them apart, demonstrating a win-win mindset. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 5 emphasizes the importance of effective communication, which begins with truly understanding others. Covey argues that most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. This habit teaches us to practice empathetic listening, creating deeper connections and fostering mutual respect. Key principles of habit 51. Empathetic listening. Listening with empathy means seeking to understand the other person's emotions, perspectives, and needs. It's not just about hearing words but truly understanding their feelings and intentions. Point 2. Diagnose before you prescribe. Covey uses a medical analogy. A doctor who prescribes treatment without fully diagnosing the patient risks causing harm. Similarly, in relationships, we must fully understand the other person's perspective before offering advice or solutions. Point 3. The 4 levels of listening: ignoring, not listening at all, pretending, giving the appearance of listening without genuine attention, selective listening, hearing only parts of the conversation that interest you, empathetic listening, fully understanding the other person's point of view, both intellectually and emotionally. Practical steps to apply habit 51. Practice active listening. Maintain eye contact and give your full attention. Avoid interrupting or jumping to conclusions. Reflect back what you hear to confirm understanding. Point 2. Validate feelings. Acknowledge the other person's emotions without judgment. Phrases like, "I can see why you feel that way," show empathy and build trust. Point 3. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage deeper conversations by asking questions like, "Can you tell me more about that?" or "How do you feel about this situation?" 4. Pause before responding. Take a moment to fully process what the other person has said before offering your thoughts or advice. A real-life example of habit 5. Consider a parent trying to connect with their teenager. Instead of lecturing or giving advice immediately, the parent listens to their child's concerns without judgment. This creates a safe space for open communication and strengthens their relationship. Habit 6. Synergize. Habit 6. Synergize is about creative cooperation. Covey defines synergy as the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's the principle of achieving more together than you could achieve individually. This habit encourages embracing diversity, valuing differences, and working collaboratively to find innovative solutions that benefit everyone. Key principles of habit 61. The power of differences. Differences in perspective, background, and experience are not obstacles but opportunities. By valuing diversity, you unlock creativity and discover new possibilities that wouldn't emerge if everyone thought the same way. Point 2. Synergy as the ultimate goal of communication. Synergy builds upon habit 4, think win-win, and habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Once trust and mutual understanding are established, synergy becomes possible, allowing for collaboration that leads to extraordinary results. Point 3. The third alternative. Covey introduces the concept of that third alternative. When two people have opposing ideas, synergy allows them to combine their insights and create a solution that is better than either of their original ideas. Key insights from Habit 61. Trust is essential for synergy. Without trust, people are unwilling to share their true thoughts and ideas, which stifles creativity. Building a high-trust environment is crucial for fostering synergy. Point 2. The importance of valuing differences. Covey emphasizes that differences in thinking, talents, and experiences are strengths, not weaknesses. When individuals appreciate and respect these differences, they can achieve far more than they could alone. Point 3. Moving from compromise to synergy. Compromise often means both parties give up something to reach an agreement. Synergy, on the other hand, means both parties gain something better than they could have imagined. Practical steps to apply. Habit 61. Build relationships based on trust. Take the time to build trust in your personal and professional relationships. Trust creates a safe space for open communication and collaboration. Point 2. Practice creative problem solving. When faced with a challenge, gather input from everyone involved. Brainstorm ideas without judgment and explore unconventional solutions. Point 3. Celebrate differences. Instead of avoiding people with different viewpoints, seek them out. Challenge yourself to learn from others' perspectives and consider how their insights can enhance your own thinking. Point 4. Focus on the third alternative. When resolving conflicts, avoid framing the situation as my way versus your way. Instead, ask, what is the best solution that neither of us has thought of yet? A real-life example of Habit 6. Imagine a team working on a project. Each member brings unique skills and ideas. Initially, they struggle to agree on a direction. However, through open communication and mutual respect, they combine their diverse perspectives to create an innovative solution that exceeds everyone's expectations. This is the essence of synergy. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw is about renewal. Covey uses the metaphor of a saw to illustrate this principle. If you're cutting wood with a dull blade, you'll waste energy and time. Sharpening the saw, taking time to renew yourself, ensures you remain effective and balanced in all areas of life. Key principles of Habit 71. The 4 dimensions of renewal. Covey identifies 4 areas that require regular renewal to maintain effectiveness: physical, exercise, nutrition, rest and stress management, mental, lifelong learning, reading, writing, and critical thinking, emotional, social, building meaningful relationships and maintaining emotional health, spiritual, reflecting on values, meditation, prayer, and connecting with your purpose. Point 2. Balance is key. Neglecting one dimension can lead to burnout or imbalance. For example, focusing solely on work, mental, while neglecting your health, physical, or relationships, social, will reduce your overall effectiveness. Point 3. Continuous growth. Renewal is not a one-time activity but a lifelong process. Regularly investing in yourself ensures you stay sharp and prepared for challenges. Practical steps to apply. Habit 71. Create a daily renewal routine. Physical, exercise regularly, eat healthy meals, and get adequate sleep. Mental, dedicate time each day to reading, learning a new skill, or solving challenging problems. Emotional, social, spend quality time with loved ones, express gratitude, and practice empathy. Spiritual, set aside time for reflection, journaling, or engaging in spiritual practices. Point 2. Schedule regular breaks. Avoid burnout by taking regular breaks from work. Use this time to recharge and refocus. Point 3. Pursue meaningful goals. Renewal is most effective when aligned with your purpose. Set goals that challenge and inspire you, and celebrate your progress along the way. Point 4. Monitor your progress. Periodically assess how well you are maintaining balance across the 4 dimensions. Make adjustments as needed to ensure continuous improvement. A real-life example of habit 7: consider a professional who works long hours without taking care of their health or relationships. Over time, their effectiveness diminishes as they become physically and emotionally drained. By implementing habit 7, exercising, spending time with family, and reflecting on their goals, they regain their energy, clarity, and effectiveness. Conclusion: The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a transformative framework for personal and professional growth. These habits are not quick fixes but principles that require consistent practice and commitment. By mastering these habits, you can create a life of purpose, balance, and meaningful relationships.